Welcome to this YouTube channel. In this video we are going to talk about the top 10 cutest animals in the world. So before starting this video, like this video, and subscribe to this channel for future updates. When our brains are exposed to cute stuff, a chemical called dopamine is released, making us feel happy. Although we can't travel the globe to see what nature has to offer right now, we've compiled a list of the cutest animals on the planet to provide you with a dose of dopamine. Number 10. Pika, North America and Asia. This cute mountain mammal can be found in parts of North America and Asia. It waddles rather than walks with a round body and short stumpy arms, and is known to bring small bouquets of flowers back to its burrow to eat during the winter. It is known as the whistling hare because it often makes a high-pitched warning call while diving into its house. Number 9. Quoll, Australia and New Guinea. This nocturnal solitary marsupial, which is native to both Australia and New Guinea, spends the majority of the day in its den. The distinctive white spots scattered throughout its normally brown coat help to identify it. It had been extinct in Australian mainland for 50 years, before WWF started rehabilitating it in 2018. Number 8. Quokka, Western Australia. Do you know who this little guy is? Since the quokka was dubbed the happiest animal in the world on the internet, many visitors have traveled to Australia to take selfies with this happy marsupial. Despite its cheerful appearance, it is considered endangered due to habitat loss and human activity. Number 7. Most baby mammals. In general, almost all baby animals are considered cute by people, which is one of the ways they have been domesticated over the years. Taking a look at one of many species, Canis lupus familiaris, otherwise known as the domesticated dog, evolved to survive by passing down the genes that make them cute. Seriously, dogs took full advantage of humanity's need to love cute things, by ensuring their offspring had all the traits we appreciate. They are small, their head is large relative to their body, and their eyes are large relative to their head. Nearly every mammalian species follows this trend, but those who don't are often considered pest species. Rodents, for example, are typically hairless and unable to open their eyes when they are born. This is true of most birds and other species people don't regularly squeal in delight at seeing. Interestingly, the nature of cuteness in terms of baby animals has been studied extensively, with some studies pointing to the fact that baby animals often score higher in terms of the baby schema than most human babies. Number 6. Slow loris. One of the ways toy makers use our inherent need for cuteness to entice a purchase is by plush toys with impossibly wide eyes. The slow loris is one of the animals that does not need assistance in this environment. There are many species of slow loris, but they all share certain core characteristics that we find universally endearing. Their widened eyes, for example, were not evolved to make them attractive to humans, rather, they are an adaptation to their nocturnal lifestyle. Slow lorises have a short snout and nose as well as swollen pupils, both of which fit into the baby schema. As a result, the majority of people who see them think they're adorable, but their cuteness shouldn't tempt anyone to touch these tiny primates. Slow loris bites are extremely toxic, which is unusual among mammals. It's made by licking a sexual gland on their arm, which secretes a liquid that mixes with their saliva to create a poisonous substance. As a deterrent to predators, they scatter this product on their fur. Slow lorises are adorable, but they're a species that you should look at but not touch. Number 5. Meerkats. Meerkats are small mongooses that are native to southern Africa, and are among the world's cutest social animals. They live in big groups of up to 30 people and have a peculiar survival instinct. It requires one or more meerkats in a group to sit, or stand outside their burrow on their hind legs to keep an eye out for predators. This gives them their well-known stance, which can be seen in zoos all over the world. But for most people it's just cute behavior, not a survival instinct. In fact, they are constantly on the lookout for predatory birds and other threats, so it is far from cute. A meerkat's head is long, his eyes are enlarged, his outer ears are short, and his snout is pointed. According to the baby schema, it has all of the facial features that make it adorable. Although the adults are endearing, meerkat babies are far more endearing than other baby animals. Their heads as well as their eyes are enlarged as a result of their height. They mature into their bodies, but most people react with an "ah" when they see the kids. This is also true of meerkats, who care about each other's babies altruistically, which is uncommon in most organisms. Number 4. Koala. Koala bears are cuddly and adorable, but they should be avoided at all costs. The majority of people think these endemic to Australia marsupials are cute. Koalas, on the other hand, are a sweet animal that should be avoided. This is due to their razor-sharp teeth and claws, which they are more than willing to use if threatened. Koalas are classified as threatened, and the 2020 Australia wildfire season will have a significant impact on their numbers. Despite widespread habitat destruction, the koala's survival may be aided by our affection for them. People are more likely to help save a species if they find it adorable. The amount of time and resources spent on defending the koala versus saving a slug species demonstrates this. We find koalas' big round heads and compact faces to be one of their most endearing characteristics. These resemble the heads of our own children, which helps to draw attention to their plight. Other characteristics such as sleeping for 20 hours a day, moving slowly, and having fuzzy ears contribute to their widespread appeal. Number 3. Flapjack and Dumbo octopodes. Animals are adorable to humans in many ways, because of our encounters with them over thousands of years of evolution. Their cuteness is sometimes purely coincidental. This is the case with a flapjack octopus species that is of all things cute. The species was first found in 2015, and it resembles a Pac-Man ghost. They have bright pink tentacles and wide eyes, as well as stubby tentacles. They are abyssal beings, meaning they evolved to live in the deep sea on the ocean floor, so their cuteness has little to do with human adoration, but it is a nice bonus. Although they aren't the only flapjack octopus species in the ocean, Opisthotoothes adorabilis has been suggested as a scientific name for them. People consider flapjack octopuses to be adorable, but they aren't the only octopus species. The so-called Dumbo octopus has similar characteristics, but has big flaps that resemble the Disney character's large ears. Pearl, the adorable little octopus from Finding Nemo, was modeled after Opisthotoothes californiana, another species of flapjack octopus, but she was arguably cuter than the real thing. Number 2. Fennec fox. The fennec fox is a small fox that can be found in the Sahara Desert and Sinai Peninsula. They've adapted well to their desert surroundings thanks in part to their ears. The larger the ears in mammals, the better they are at dissipating heat, which is why the African elephant has the world's largest paws. The ears of the fennec fox aren't the only adaptations that allow them to survive in the desert. Their kidneys and fur coat have also been modified to enable them to live in a hot, water-scarce climate. When it comes to human cuteness, they are admired for their enormous ears, which have the highest ear-to-body ratio of any canid family member. The fennec fox is the world's smallest canid, so this is a significant distinction. Their maximum weight ranges from 2.9 to 4.3 pounds, 1.3 to 1.9 kilograms. While fennec foxes are not domesticated, they are often sold as exotic pets. Since separating pups from their mothers to hand-raise them, this is done by taming. Number 1. Red panda. Frédéric Cuvier called the red panda quite the most handsome mammal in nature when he first identified it in 1825. They've been compared to a fox, a raccoon, a bear, a dog and a cat in the years since, but Seth Meyers probably put it best when he said they're like a fox, a raccoon, a bear, a dog and a cat. They're like all the cutest animals rolled into one. Though his explanation isn't scientific, anyone who has seen one of these creatures would definitely agree with him. Red pandas are much smaller than giant pandas, which makes sense given that they are not related. Their long fluffy tails are another appealing attribute, but despite their popularity, they are an endangered species. Habitat depletion due to competition with domestic animals, deforestation, and human harvesting, both alive and dead, are the primary threats. Since 2008, there have been conservation programs in place, and the species has recovered in some areas. Furthermore, captive breeding programs have had a lot of success all over the world. What do you think of our list? Let us know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video and want more videos from us again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go.